चैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपगडामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितां सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगण ललितां श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय शिल प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय गुरु परंपरा की जय षड गोस्वामी की जय नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा धन्यवाद प्रणाम to all the assembled devotees. So today we are starting a new chapter. Let us have a quick recap of what we learned in chapter 15 and how it connects with chapter 16, and then we will move further. Kalpana Mataji has some engagement, so she may not be able to participate. Request all other devotees to raise hand and contribute for the discussion. To see some hands raised. Yes, Shiva Kumar Prabhu can start. Request all other devotees to pick up few points and contribute so that we can continue our discussion. Request all the devotees who have joined have at least 1 or 2 points ready with you. Okay,
Yes.
so we'll come back. Shiva Kumar Prabhu, you can continue. Haribol.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare.
Prabhuji, chapter 15, this chapter can be considered, this chapter is even more, whatever we have read in previous chapters, it is confidential knowledge and also most confidential knowledge. And this chapter 15 is most of the most confidential knowledge, because in this chapter Krishna is going to the clue about Golaka Vrindavan. Na tad basayate suryo na sheshako na pavaka yatgatva na nivartate tadama paramama. This information about the Goloka and this material world is the perverted reflection of spiritual world, like like the image is seen in the water, inverted tank of the water, inverted tree, and we can if this leaves of this trees are considered as Vedas. One who knows Vedas and these branches, he will understand Krishna. If one starts the journey in Krishna consciousness, automatically and with Dhrudena Chitta, if we are able to cut this tree, we spiritual progresses possible. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. You began well. Let us see what others contribute. Shanti Sudesh Mataji, you can summarize. Let me see if I can some other wish to contribute. Sudarshana Prabhu, you want to add anything from our previous sessions? What we discussed?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So last time we had a discussion, Prabhu, on 15.7 to 15.15. Uh, say that
I think your voice is dropping, Prabhuji.
with the
Your voice is dropping.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu, please.
Prabhuji, internet issue is there, I think.
Okay. Okay. So who else wish to add? Happy to see many devotees joining today. Madhura Manashi Ganga Mataji, you want to add any 1 or 2 points from our last session discussion?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, is my voice is audible now?
Yes, Prabhu, your voice is coming through.
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji. In last class, we had discussion about the in 15.15 sloka says that Krishna seated in each and every living entity's heart, and he is the one who is providing the remembrance and who is giving the knowledge and who is giving the forgetfulness also.
Yes.
Also, yeah, these three things we have discussed elaborately, probably. Actually, whatever knowledge we are getting, that knowledge is given by Krishna only. Even we can take one example, Prabhu. For example, we think that we are studying, we are going through the school and college and we are learning it. But in so many situations where there is no school and college teaches us, but still so many things we can able to do without having any studies also. So in that way, even animals also there. Animals doesn't have any school or anything, but still they can get to know that how to survive their livelihood. So in that way, that knowledge and that intelligence has given by the Krishna. At the same time, forgetfulness. We have lived for so many lifetimes, but in previous lifetimes, what we have done and what are the circumstances we are in, we don't know. But so if we remember those all lifetime memory, we may not live at this present life. So in that way, Krishna is also helping us to forget those all things to live this life nicely. So in that way, Krishna, whatever Krishna is doing, everything is for our benefit only.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna
Very
Prabhuji.
important sloka you touched upon. Shanti Sudesh Mataji, you want to add and summarize?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, we are, depending on our past karma, we get a particular type of body, and we don't have any control over what kind of body we get. And we are also bound by the nature of that body. If we get a dog's body, then we get all the other features of that particular body, Prabhu. And it is our good fortune to be born as human. So we should make the most of it. We should realize why we are here and take steps to go back to where we belong to
Yes, Mataji.
by listening to, following the instructions of the Guru and being in sadhu sangha.
Good, Mataji. Thank you very much. So we understood one is the glories of Goloka, as Shivakumar Prabhu said. But more importantly, we understood we very badly entangled in this material world, which is the perverted reflection, and it is compared to a banyan tree whose roots are starting from Brahmaloka and it is unlimitedly expanding, and we don't know from where it is starting, where it is ending, and we continue to get entangled. And why we are getting entangled? Because we also touched upon the three modes of material nature, which is watering this tree and all the secondary, the fruitive activities, what we are engaged, it is compared to as the secondary roots, and we are more and more getting entangled, more we are engaging in the sense enjoying propensity and material attachments, right? And how we can get free from this entanglement. One of the very key instruction we have received, what is the way we can get entangled, free from these entanglements?
Cutting the tree with detachment, Prabhu.
Yes,
Breaking
cutting the tree,
the
cutting the
material
roots.
attachment and engaging in the devotional service to the Supreme Lord.
Yes, Mataji.
This is
First of
achieved by
all, by the
understanding.
knowledge that we have got entangled like this, right? Most of us are in ignorance and we are trying to find peace and happiness in this material world. Okay. Hanging upside down, upside down. That is our situation. So we need to have this knowledge, and then by the weapon of detachment to all the material positions, name, fame, positions. So we have to be detached and then engage in devotional service. So that is the way we have to get free from this material entanglement. And this chapter 15, all 15 also ended with three important sloka. The three sloka, which is also known as the summarizing the Vedas. So what does this say? This three sloka, what did it taught us? Which is the most important knowledge?
Prabhuji, shall I try?
Yes, Mataji,
Hare
please.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Whoever knows Lord as a Supreme Personality of Godhead, even without a doubt, he is a knower of the all essence of Vedas, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Yes. So to add to your point, we need to understand there are two kinds of living entity. Yeah, and then Krishna is above this, right? So one who knows this is the knower of Vedas. That is the key lesson we learned. And then this chapter talks about the demonic and divine nature. We knew that the roots of banyan tree, how it is connecting to chapter 16. The roots are starting from the Brahmaloka going downwards. So the top branches, it is all demonic nature, sattva guna. As we go down, it is rajas tamas, right? So that is what we try to understand. What are those divine qualities which will help us to climb up this route to the topmost and then break free from there, from sattva guna? And what are the demonic nature which will drag deep into this entanglement? So this is the key theme of this project, of this chapter. Okay. And regarding divine and demonic nature, at the end of the session, we discussed, and you can say it as an analogy or my own personal example. I gave you some example of how to realize this divine and demonic nature within us. Anybody remember? How do we connect the demonic and divine nature within us? Very important example I shared, which is really helping me. I was struggling with this, the divine and demonic nature. There is always a conflict within us. And my Siksha Guru gave me a very good example, which I shared in my last class. What it is compared to within. Hare Krishna. I thought when I shared that example, it will connect well with most of us. Anyway, I will again tell that it is compared to a bad dog and a good dog. Yeah, and I said the bad dog has grown up like a monster within, and the good dog is like a small cute puppy which has to fight this monster. And more sadhana we do, more engagements we do, devotionally, learn association of devotees, anartha nivritti happens, right? So this is compared to as bad dog and good dog. So whenever such demonic thoughts come to me, first thing it comes is the bad dog is getting active. So I need to beat this bad dog and make it silent. So this is now trying to help me whenever I am in a conflicting situation. Please remember this. Hope this will also help you all. So the chapter 15 described the banyan tree of the material world, the modes of nature nourish both upper, and we discussed about the divine branches of the tree and the demonic branches. The upper part is the divine, the lower part is the demonic. And extra roots of the banyan tree were also compared to the activities of living entities, some auspicious activities and inauspicious activities. So now, how do this connect with chapter 16 is 16 discuss about the divine qualities which will elevate one through this route to the top, whereas and help us to liberate from this material entanglement. And the demonic qualities, what is discussed, these are the mentalities of a demonic person which will drive one to the lower of the tree and ultimately to the hell. So the connection between last few chapters, right? The chapter 14 talks about three modes of material nature. We discussed at length about the sattva guna, rajas, tamas. And then chapter 15 discussed about the branches, the inverted tree, the branches. So the upper the branches, one is staying in sattva guna, the lower the branches, it is rajas and tamas. And then the connection further through chapter 16, the sattva guna is connected to the divine qualities and the rajas and tamas is demonic qualities. So this is the connection between last few chapters. Need more energy participation from the team, please. Okay, as we progress, we are starting. This is very simple chapter and self-explanatory most of the things. So let us look into it. So Krishna in this chapter discuss about the 26 qualities, godly qualities, which is known as divine qualities, characteristics of a saintly person, the quality that elevates one on the banyan tree and ultimately lead to the liberation. So what are those 26 qualities? Let us look here. So need some volunteers for the sloka recitation. Let us start with Shanti Sudesh Mataji. Please, you can take up this.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
One minute. All three, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
Chapter 16, Shloka 1. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhi Jnana Yoga Vyavastiti Dhanam Dhamascha Yajnascha स्वाध्यायस्तप आजवम् अहिंसा सत्यमक्रोधस्त्यागशान्तिरपैशुनम् दया भूतेष् अलोलुप्त्वम् मार्दवम् हरेराचापलम् तेजक्षमधृति शौचम् अद्रोहानातिमानिता भवन्ति सम्पदम् दैवीम् अभिजातस्य भारत.
Thank you very much, Mataji. So, Praveen K. Prabhuji, can you please read this for us?
Hare Krishna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to a fault-finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from the passion for honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to godly men endowed with the divine nature. Bhagavadgita 16.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. These are very important qualities. Let us repeat. I'll give one more chance to another devotee. So let us repeat this quality, divine godly qualities. Karuna Mataji, Karuna PB Mataji, you want to repeat this again?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
Prabhuji. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, clarity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault-finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from the position for honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to godly men endowed with divine nature. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. So can we name anybody with all these qualities, any personality we know who possesses all these qualities, divine godly qualities, with they have exhibited such qualities from their own personal examples?
Namaste.
Namaste Das Prabhu. Haribol.
Prabhupada.
Yes, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Any more names comes to you? Yeah. So Srila Prabhupada, we can have a full session discussing on these qualities and how Srila Prabhupada has exhibited all these qualities through his sacrifices, through his courage, yeah, going to US at the advanced stage, just purely depending on the instructions of his Guru Maharaj and strength of holy names, surrendering to the Lord Shri Radha Govinda. Yeah, so it's a full session we can have. So let us move on. We will discuss in detail on each qualities further. So in this one very important the word Abhijatasya is extremely important. It says the Abhijatasya in reference to the one born of transcendental qualities, one takes birth with all these godly qualities or godly tendencies is very significant, is what Prabhupada says. And that also gives an importance of Garbhadhana Samskara. The samskaras, whatever is been given to us by our acharyas, So following, most of us are here Grihasthas. So the Garbhadhana Samskara is extremely important, and it can be clearly seen the qualities of those children. They're all known as Vaikunta kids. The importance of Garbhadhana Samskara from the scriptures, looking at Bhakta Prahlad taking birth to a demon. Yeah, just because the mother of Bhakta Prahlad listening to Bhagavatam from Narada Muni. So right from when the Bhakta Prahlad was in the womb of his mother, so such godly qualities, he has become a pure devotee, he has exhibited, and we have discussed about the qualities of Bhakta Prahlad, right? So these 26 qualities we will discuss in detail. So the fearlessness, that's what we started with an example of Srila Prabhupada, how with complete dependency, when the dependency is there to the Lord, then we need not have to fear for anything. Rake Krishna Mare Krishna Rake ke, right? And also we discussed a beautiful sloka last class as well, 5.29. Bhoktaram Yajnatapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram Suhurdam Sarva Bhutanam Yatvamam Shantim Rachati. So when we know Krishna is the supreme controller and maintainer, and Krishna is our dear friend, then there is no fear. And this slide also talks about the importance of such qualities on Varnashrama Dharma. So the sannyasis completely depending, yeah, on the Supreme Lord, they leave everything in the hands of the Lord, right? So one of the qualification of sannyasi is fearlessness and the purification of one's existence, sattva. So the purification, strictly following the regulative principles, rules and regulative principles. Yeah. Again, for more importantly for sannyasi, the cultivation of knowledge. So the duty of the sannyasi is to cultivate and give this transcendental knowledge to the householders. Yeah, humility. Sannyasis beg from door to door. It is not for them. It is for our purification and expanding this Krishna consciousness, preaching this Krishna consciousness. So the next quality discussed is charity. So charity is more important for grihasthas. So we are all struggling because of our material attachment, right? So by doing charity as a matter of duty, we are purifying this anartha. And then self-control, especially says for grihasthas. So regulation in all our activities is extremely important. Especially it is said as the sex life should be used only for propagating Krishna consciousness. Yeah. And what is important for us is once the children are there, giving them that platform, that environment of Krishna consciousness is more important for all parents. So that is extremely important. And regarding the self-control, there is a beautiful sloka from 7.11 Bhagavadgita. It says, Balam balavattam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi maratar sabha. Right? It says, I am the strength of strong, devoid of passion and desire. I am the sex life which is not contrary to religious principle, O Lord of Bharat. So in this purport, Prabhupada also says the strong men, the duty of a strong man is to protect the weaker section, not to dominate the weaker section. So today in Kali Yuga, if you see, the strong men are seen dominating rather than giving protection, right? So this is one thing. Second is talks about the sex life according to principle, dharmic principle should be for the propagation of children, not otherwise. So this also talks about the responsibility of the parents to make the offspring Krishna consciousness. And then sacrifice, yagna. So we have discussed what is the prescribed yagna, sacrifice for this Kali Yuga?
Sankirtan Yagna.
Yes, Nama Sankirtana Yagna, right? And then Vedic studies, Svadhyaya. This again is important for all of us, but most importantly for the brahmacharis, they're expected to maintain celibacy. Second is to study the Vedic literatures. And then as they get into the Grihastha life, apply all these studies in their Grihastha life, right? And then austerity, tapasya. This is though important for all of us as we progress. For the Vanaprastha life, it is even more important, right? So the austerity, it is said for mind, body, and tongue. So what are the austerity for the body?
To take the Krishna consciousness, Prabhuji.
To
Take the Krishna consciousness.
take into Krishna consciousness. Yes. What more? What all we do in Krishna consciousness, which is
Keeping the
purifying
body
our
clean,
bodily
Prabhu.
demands.
Chanting
Rising in Brahma Murta, chanting japa,
Yes.
and keeping the body clean,
Yes.
doing service.
Yes.
Hare
Starting with cleanliness, taking bath in Brahma Muhurta, right? Fasting,
Arjavam, simplicity.
simplicity. Yes, keeping our very
Prabhuji,
simple.
shloka is there, Dev Dvij Kuro, Pragya Pujanam, Shocham, Arjavam.
Yeah. Yes, Mataji. So these are all the austerities for the body, including the Ekadashi fasting. We do fasting on all the appearance and appearance days of our Guru Acharya, some prominent days, Janmashtami. So when we are doing this austerity for the body, what is happening? Why do we need to do this austerity? Why do we need to fast?
Purifies our consciousness, Prabhuji.
Purify our consciousness. Yes. What more?
We will be in Sattva Guna. We will change into Sattva Guna, Prabhuji.
Yes, we will be in Sattva-guna. And what more?
Prabhu, regain a spiritual body, Prabhu, by purifying us.
Regain our spiritual body. These are all very top level, high level philosophy. I'm just looking at some very simple. We are still like those, though we are in Bhakti Shastri, but in spiritual realization, we are like that nursery kids, right? One of the thing which through my realization, I always was thinking, why on a Krishna Janmashtami, Krishna expects me to do fasting till midnight. I should be celebrating Krishna Janmashtami, doing lot of feast, having lot of feast, right? These are all trying to help us raise our bodily demands. We are so engrossed with satisfying our body. Our Guru Acharya says that the body to be treated as a maid servant. The mind, we have to hit the mind with the broomstick. But the life what we are leading, we are treating this body as the master, right? And giving into all the bodily demands. So these austerities help us to overcome those things, that realization that we are not this body, we are the spirit soul. Yeah, this is very important takeaway. And then austerity for the mind is always in its own dream world, roaming around freely everywhere. What is the austerity for the mind?
Prabhuji, Mana Prasad, Saumyatvam, Maunam, Atma Vinigraham, Bhava Sanshuddhir, Iti etat tapah manasam uchyate.
Yes. So fixing mind at the lotus feet of the Lord, when we are chanting the holy name, the mind is always wandering, bringing it back every time and fixing at the holy name. Yeah, is the austerity. And what is the austerity for the tongue?
Eating only
Eating
prasadam.
prasadam,
Tasting
Prabhu.
prasad.
Eating,
Eating prasadam.
And speaking
eating
Krishna Katha,
prasadam,
Prabhuji. Speaking Krishna Katha.
Krishna Katha, and what more?
Prabhuji, talking in the way so
Chanting.
that it
Chanting.
cannot irritate others. Anudvegakaram vakyam,
Yes,
satyam priyam hitam chayat.
yes, yes,
Swadhyaya bhyasanam chaiva.
yes.
Tappahama.
Taruni Mataji is in full form today. It is like a batsman. Some days they hit every ball 4 and 6. Thank you for bringing up this, Mataji. So
Thank you.
the tongue, most importantly, yes, Krishna Katha, everything is there, but chanting the holy name. Yeah. Atha Shri Krishna Namadi na Bravet Krayam Indriya Sevan Mukena Jivvado Swayam Eva Spurati Yada. Our material senses do not appreciate anything of Krishna. It always want to enjoy self. But when we use this tongue for the chanting of holy name and honoring prasad, that is when we start appreciating the Nama Rupa Guna Leela of the Lord. So without austerity, it is said that without austerity, we can never ever get freed from our material attachments and attain liberation, right? And simplicity, keep life simple, high thinking, Prabhupada always said, and non-violence, not checking the progressive life of any other living entity. We have no right to kill any other living entity for our own sense enjoyment. And truthfulness, not distort the truth for some personal interest. Truthfulness. Prabhupada has always exhibited, whenever, even in Western countries, he has never tried to mix up. So when the four regulative principle, when he had to tell, which is like a norm in their world, but Prabhupada was always straight in telling that no meat eating, no illicit relationship, no intoxications, no gambling. So he was very straight in giving this message to the Western countries. Freedom from anger. We have discussed at length about anger. And always one of the example I always quote. What is the example I quote for anger? What is the anger related connected to?
It will burn the hand which is holding first.
Yes. So the anger is like a hot charcoal in our hand. It will damage us more than anybody else. Yeah. Having said this, for a practicing devotee, can we become anger? Or in what circumstances we can become anger?
When the Lord is being blasphemed,
Yes.
we can be angry, Prabhu.
Yes. So
Protect the devotee.
protecting the devotee. So
Not classifying the devotees.
yes. So blaspheming the devotees and the Lord, in such situation, we can become anger. Some examples from the
Lord
scriptures.
Hanuman.
Yes, Lord Hanuman using his anger for burning the Lanka. What more?
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got angry when
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
yeah.
Chaitanya
When Lord
Mahaprabhu.
Nityananda was hurt.
Yes. Yes. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is known as the epitome of compassion. Next time touching on compassion, right? Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratushe Namaha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is known as epitome of compassion, but such a most merciful Lord also become angry when a devotee got hurt, right? So the glory when he got so anger when Nityananda Prabhu was hurt by Jagai Madhai, right? Most of you already know about this pastime. Here through this pastime, one we need to understand such most merciful Lord got angry, but Nityananda Prabhu was even more compassionate. So Nityananda Prabhu is even more compassionate than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Is the lesson we need to understand. And who gives us the mercy, to please Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, only way is to serve and please Nityananda Prabhu. And who gives us the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu?
Vaishnava Prabhuji.
Vaishnavas. So our Guru Maharaj, yeah,
Nitai Kripa Pradayate.
Nitai Kripa Pradayate. Yeah. Krishna, first of all, let us connect these dots. Yeah. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is known as even more merciful than Krishna. Why? What does Krishna say? End of Bhagavad Gita.
He says, surrender to me, Prabhu.
Yes. Surrender to me first. Then I will relieve you of all the sinful reaction. Right? Is it so easy to surrender? Right? We are so conditioned. Definitely we can't surrender on our own. Then what is the way out for us? So Kali Yuga, Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with the heart of Srimati Radharani to give us Krishna Prema. Whoever come in contact with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whoever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke, whoever became the devotee, everybody became devotees, everybody became Vaishnavas. And those who have come in contact with those Vaishnavas also became Vaishnavas. That was the potency of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And to get the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is Nityananda Prabhu. And our Guru Maharaj gives us Nitai Kripa Pradayine. And how can we get the mercy of Guru Maharaj? How can we please Guru Maharaj?
By following Guru's instruction, Guru
Yes,
Maharaj's instructions.
Yes, following Guru Maharaj's instruction. What are Guru Maharaj's instruction? What is the mood of Guru Maharaj?
To fulfill the instructions of Prabhupada.
To fulfill the instructions of Prabhupada. Now, all Maharajs have their own mood. Yeah, everybody are following and are trying to fulfill the instructions of Srila Prabhupada only. Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Gopal Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. Everybody has a specific mood. So we need to understand what is the mood of our Guru Maharaj. Yeah.
To make more gurus, Prabhu, more preaching.
More preaching. So the mood of our Guru Maharaj is unlimited preaching. That is why Guru Maharaj has introduced Bhakti Vriksha. It is expanding like wildfire. Yeah, globally, these Bhakti Vriksha systems are transforming so many devotees. So unlimited preaching is what the mood of Guru Maharaj. So you can please Guru Maharaj by preaching Krishna's message. Yare dekho, tare kaho Krishna Upadesh. So you can preach, or what you can do, help or assist somebody preaching. Everything is same in the eyes of Krishna. I have told this. Not everybody can recite slokas, not everybody can face the camera, not everybody can become a speaker, but all those who can help, assist somebody preaching Krishna consciousness message will also be pleased and get the mercy of Guru Maharaj. Yeah. Moving further, most of them are all very, very straightforward. Freedom of covetousness, the greediness. How can one be relieved from greediness is by doing charity. Gentleness, friendliness to all the living entity, modest, being very simple and humble. Steady determination, this is very important. Whatever we are doing, determination is required to progress. We have somehow, by the mercy of Vaishnavas and Guru, we have come into this path. Only way we can continue is with determination holding on to this process. So there is a beautiful shloka in Nectar of Instruction. We are completing Nectar of Module 3, Bhagavadgita, and we are going to get into Module 4 and Module 5, Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction. There are beautiful shlokas there, which talks about determination, utsaha nischaya dairya tat karma pravartanat sangatyaga sato vritte shadbir bhaktir prasidyate. So 6 ways of progressing in pure devotional service is taught in this. So one of this is the determination, being enthusiastic, endeavoring with confidence, and being patient. Many of us will come and start expecting results. Chanting the holy name, they start chanting and then they feel that it is becoming very mechanical. I'm not seeing any results. My situation is not improving. I'm continuing to struggle. Yeah, many of you, or including me, have gone through such doubts in our lives when the situation get strong, when the situation get very hard. So endeavoring with patience and confidence is extremely important. And vigor, Kshatriya, giving protection to those who are weaker rather than dominating such people, is some of the qualities. And then forgiveness. We discussed at length about forgiveness. If we cannot forgive anybody, then let us not expect Krishna to forgive us. We have done lot more bigger injustice to the Lord than anybody has done injustice to us. And if we can't forgive anybody in our life, then we can make it a point that we are not going back to Krishna in this life. This is a very, very, very strong and important statement I am making, because we all have somebody who have troubled us immensely. It could be in our relationships, in our family, in our office, society. If we can't forgive them, then we are not going back to Krishna. Right? And fortitude. This again is extremely important quality. Mental and emotional strength when we are facing difficult situation. How we can stay steady and how we can rise in our fortitude in this quality. How can we do this?
By being in sadhu sangha, Prabhu, getting
Saudi
inspiration.
Sangha will keep us grounded. Yes.
Prabhuji, by thinking it is also Krishna's mercy.
Exactly,
He's
Mataji.
cleansing
That
for
is
my
the answer.
purification.
Who is that?
Karuna, Prabhuji.
Karuna Mataji. Yes, this is the answer I was looking at. If we can see Krishna's plans, Krishna's hands in every difficult situation or every good situation, then we are always steady. All this strength, the mental and emotional strength, will come by seeing Krishna's hands in everything. Yeah. Next is cleanliness, internal as well as external. Yeah. We take bath. All those things are for our body. Having sattvic prasad, it is all for the body. What is for the mind and heart?
Chanting, Prabhuji.
Chanting.
Yes, chanting of holy name. In fact, in Srimad Bhagavatam, in one of the purport, Prabhupada says, chanting of holy name alone can cleanse complete dirt within our heart. From the bottom of our heart, it will be cleaned up. We can all relate, we can all look into our own lives, what kind of lives we were living before coming into Krishna consciousness and what we are today. It is purely because of chanting the holy name that purification is happening within us and freedom from envy. This is said as one of the reason for we struggling in this material world away from Krishna. Yeah. We are always envious of others. How can we rise above this enviousness? What are the qualities? What are the practical ways?
Seeing Krishna in all.
Yes, seeing Krishna in all. Yes.
And Prabhuji, Ishavasam principle, Prabhuji, that everyone has their own quota granted by Lord.
Yes. So everyone has their own quota. Live to that quota. What more?
Putting Krishna in every work, Prabhuji, in the
Yes.
center.
Yes, keeping Krishna in center, seeing Krishna everywhere. Lot of devotees are silent. A lot of participation is happening. It is good. That is how we learn through this interaction. But many devotees are silent. The silence will not help you nor us. There is absolutely no perfect answer. Yeah. Perfect answer can given by only Krishna and our Guru Parampara, Srila Prabhupada. We are just learning through these interactions. So wish to please add. Do not worry that you have to give the perfect answer. Your participation is more important, right? So how can we rise above this enviousness is by seeing faults within and good things in others. In any situation, when we try to see some good thing in others, then the faults of them will become very less, and then we can rise. Otherwise, we will also, they are anyway sliding, we will also slide with them. Yeah, so always looking good things in others and faults within will help us in rise above such qualities. And freedom from passion for honor. This again is extremely important. Yeah, Nama Puja, Pratishta. Whatever the qualities we discussed, this hankering for honor, recognition is extremely dangerous for all of us. So we have to rise above that. Freedom from such quality. So these were some of the qualities we have discussed. Yeah, so how do we continue now? Couple of references from the scriptures. It says, Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti ruchate. So this sloka talks about one has to rise above all the material designation and engage our senses in service of the Lord. So that way, even our senses get purified. And one more important sloka from the Sikshastakam. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. How one can continuous, only way we can go back to Krishna is by kirtaniya sadahari. But how can we do this is by not expect any honor from others, but respecting everybody, being tolerant in all situations, thinking oneself to be the lower than the blade of grass and more tolerant than the tree. One can rise through all these situations and all these divine qualities will manifest within us. Now next is the demonic qualities. This verse talks about the demonic qualities. So Saheli Bose Mataji, can you please read the sloka? Saheli Bose Mataji or Santoshi Bopanna Mataji, you can proceed. You can go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
धर्मो दर्पोऽभिमानश्च क्रोधः पारुष्यमेव च अज्ञानं चाभिजातस्य पार्थ सम्पदमासुरीम्. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Aruna Mataji, can you please read translation for us?
Arrogance, pride, anger, conceit, rashness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those demonic nature, O son of Partha. Hare Krishna. Thanks.
Thank you. In ISKCON circle, always in all the classes, I wanted to discuss this point at the end of the class, but most of the class I miss out. Two common mistakes Prabhujis and Matajis do in our ISKCON circle. Yeah. When we are addressing to one of our, for example, my friend, when I'm talking to him, sometime I'll say, how is your Mataji doing? I am referring to his wife, but I say your Mataji is doing. Yeah. So that is one of the common mistake, and one of the mistake what Matajis do is saying Dandavat Pranam. Yeah, Dandavat Pranam is for the Prabhujis. We have to give obeisances like a danda, full flat, right? So what Matajis can say is just Pranam or Panchang Pranam. So this is one knowledge for all of us.
Hare Krishna. I will correct Prabhuji. Thanks.
Yeah, it is not your only thing, Mataji. It is very common.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this is one thing which I wanted to
Yes,
say in all the
thank you.
classes. Most of the Matajis will say this. So every class I remember, but every class I miss. So I thought I will share this. Nothing wrong, but just an information for all of us.
Thanks, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. And
Hare
yeah,
Krishna.
Can you please tell me once again what are the Matajis has to tell?
you can just say Pranam or Panchang Pranam.
Panchanga Pranam. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Pranam Prabhuji is what is expected. Dandavat Pranam is for the Prabhujis. Okay, and now
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Prabhuji, you said, see, when you are asking your friend, how is your Mataji, it is wrong. So, how should we ask, Prabhu? Like, because
We
we
can say
have many.
how is Mataji doing? We need not have to say your Mataji.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Mataji. Other day I told to my very close friend, how is your Mataji doing? He replied, she is your Mataji, not my Mataji.
Okay.
So these are some common mistakes.
Yes.
Okay, so now getting into the more serious topic, the demonic nature, which is keeping all of us away from Krishna. The arrogance, the pride, anger, conceit, the harshness, and ignorance, right? As seen, the demonic people are always extremely arrogant and pride about their material possessions. To our modern society, when we see somebody who is in very high position, highly knowledgeable, highly educated, highly wealthy, when you talk to them, you can relate how arrogant this person is when he is dealing with others. Some of the examples from the scriptures about these demonic people and some of the examples, qualities.
Ravana.
Hiranyakashipu, Prabhuji.
Yes, Hiranyakashipu, Ravana. Who else? Lot of names are there.
Kamsa.
Chanda Mataji, you are very silent today. Are you outside?
She's traveling, Prabhu.
She's traveling. Okay. So good. At least she has that commitment to join the class and listen. Appreciate that. So many such examples are there who are so arrogant, right? And these qualities, just like Abhijatasya, I said the divine qualities can come from the beginning of the birth. Similarly, the demonic qualities will also follow, is what Prabhupada says, right from the mother's womb. This comes, such qualities from their past life, it all comes. So it is very important, Garbhadana Samskara. Let us move to next shloka. Madhuri Manashi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. 16.5. दैवी सम्पद् विमोक्षाय निबन्ध्यास्योरिमत्तमा सुचा सम्पादं दैवीम् अभिजातोऽसि पाण्डवा.
Thank you, Mataji. Shweta Mataji, can you read the translation for us?
Transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, whereas demonic qualities may for bondage. Do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born with the divine qualities.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. So here, Krishna is encouraging Arjuna by telling that you are not born of this demonic quality. So you are born with divine quality. So here, that is why now Arjuna is fighting by the battle by the supreme instructions of the Lord. So he is one important point we need to understand. Arjuna is fighting not because of this demonic quality, the anger, the false prestige, the harshness what he have gone through his relatives. He is not fighting because of this. He is not fighting for the revenge. He is fighting as an instruction by the Lord. Many of my friends say when they are going through a situation, either within the family or in office, when I say you need to tolerate, you need to stay away, they counter saying that Krishna has taught us to fight. So what is the difference? What is the difference of fighting of Arjuna and us in this modern lives? What is the difference?
Prabhuji, Arjuna fights after the instruction of Krishna,
Yes,
but we fight to quench our materialistic benefits.
exactly. Yes. Anything else? We
He
all go
fights
through
to
this
establish
situation.
dharma, Prabhuji.
Sorry, Mataji.
He fights to establish dharma.
Yes, he's fighting to establish dharma. Yeah, we are fighting to satisfy our own false ego, right? We are fighting for our anger, for the harshness, the experiences what we had. We want to give it back 10 times more than what we got. Arjuna is not attached to the results, but we are so much attached to the result. We want to win that argument. So this is the difference. So this is why we say we all go through these situations within the family. What do we need to do within the family when we are fighting such things with our own siblings, our own parents, our own spouse? So we are in that situation, relationship by the will of the Lord. So we have to tolerate as much as possible. And outside, in such situation, you can stay away, right? This is one of the key lessons. For Arjuna, being a Kshatriya, fighting is his prescribed duty. Yeah, shooting arrows at the enemies and taking arrows, it is considered as transcendental. It is not mundane material things. So that is why it was important for Arjuna to fight. So this is what it is said, the destiny of divine and demonic. The Lord encouraged Arjuna as he is born with the saintly qualities, not the demonic qualities. So the same thing is being discussed here, the pros and cons of why Arjuna fought and why we should fight or not fight. Let's go to the next sloka. Sahili Bose Mataji, who is to recite now.
16.6 सर्गोलोकेऽस्मिन् दैवासुर एव च दैवो विस्तरश्च प्रोक्ता आसुरं पार्थं मे शृणु.
Thank you, Mataji. Aryan Prabhuji, who is to recite, read the translation for us.
Hare Krishna. O son of Pritha, in this world there are two kinds of created beings. One is called the divine and the other demonic. I have already explained to you at length the divine qualities. Now hear from me of the demonic. Hare Krishna.
So here, after Lord Krishna telling Arjuna that you are born with a divine qualities, now he is going to explain all the demonic nature and demonic qualities. So it says there are two kind of people created. One is divine and demonic, right? So both are coming from the Prajapati. So the two condition living are divided into two classes as we discussed here. One who is born with the divine qualities, the other who is born with the demonic qualities. We will discuss more in further sloka. So this entire chapter, the overview of this chapter is Prabhupada has put it in such a way that it can be connected to the dog. Yeah, somebody can read this for me.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can I read?
Yes, go ahead, Mataji.
The divine and demonic natures. The dog is an unpredictable animal. Though widely acclaimed as man's best friend, the dog also has reputation for brutal, unprovoked attacks. Such contradictory behavior is a sign of our times. In previous ages, the distinction between divine and demonic people was very clear. They lived at a distance from each other and rarely mixed. In modern times, however, the dividing line has disappeared to the extent that the divine and demonic coexist within the same individual. In chapter 16, Krishna describes the qualities of saintly persons and weaknesses of the demonic, systematically exposing attitudes and behaviors that destroy one's spirituality. D is divine and demonic, Shloka 1 to 6. O, opinion and outlook of demons, Shloka 7 to 18. And G, gates to hell, Shloka 19 to 24. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So this chapter, if you see 24 sloka, only 3 sloka talking about divine. Rest all sloka is talking about demonic, because Krishna also know in Kali Yuga there will be more demons than divine people, right? So this chapter is broken up into the first 6 sloka talks about the divine and demonic qualities which we discussed so far. Further now we will look at the outlook and opinion of such demonic people. Yeah. Let us go ahead. Shivakumar Prabhu, you want to recite this sloka?
Thank you, Prabhu. Prarutyam cha nirutyam cha janana idrasura na shojam na pichachara na satyam teshu vidyate. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Suraj Prabhu, can you please read the translation for us?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare.
Those who are demonic do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So here they do not, those who are demonic do not know what to be done and what is not to be done, because they have no knowledge of scriptural injunctions, right? They don't know, and more importantly, they don't even want to know. Yeah. Many of them do not know eating meat or drinking alcohol, enjoying partying. It is a demonic nature. It is not going to give them the eternal happiness. It is just a momentary sense enjoyment. They don't know. And secondly, they don't even want to know, because many times when I say to some of my friends to chant the holy names, first thing they think is, the moment I start chanting the holy name, first thing I have to stop is eating meat. drinking alcohol. That is become a norm of life. Yeah. My own relatives have questioned my decision why I've stopped eating meat. They were telling so compassionate about my children. They say, at least for the children you give, you had all your life. Now you have stopped. You have come to Krishna consciousness now. At least let those children have. It gives them strength. Yeah, these are all some of the examples. So what it is said is, important is to have, though we have, by coming into Krishna consciousness, we have trying to regulate our life, we have stopping all these unwanted things still within us, deep within. When we remember those days, when such images come in front of us, somewhere that hankering is still there. It is still not 100% gone. So that is why what is important, there is a beautiful sloka in Bhagavadgita 2.59 about param drištva nivartate, getting the higher taste. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehina rasavarjam raso apyasya param drištva nivartate. This says that though we try to restrict from sense enjoyment, the taste for sense object remains. But through the regulative practice, when we continue to do this regulative practice sadhana, then we rise that higher taste. When we get that higher taste, then we fix up in Krishna consciousness and we do not hanker for these anarthas, right? So the nature of such people, they don't know what is to be done, what not to be done. They do not follow shastras. They are unclean, both within and without, outside. They are unclean. Improper behavior, the sense enjoyment, unregulated sex lives, what when they engage, having illicit relationship, these are all unclean. Both body and soul get unclean with this and their truthful nature. So these are some of the natures being taught through this sloka. Next sloka, Padmini Mataji, can you recite this?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. असत्यम् अप्रतिष्ठं ते जगदाहुरनीश्वरम् अपरस्परसम्भूतं किमन्यत् कामहैतुकम्. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Anybody else is left out today who have not participated?
Shall I read, Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes. Who has not participated can take chance.
Shall I read, Prabhuji?
Go ahead, Mataji.
They say that this world is unreal, that there is no foundation and that there is no God in control. He is produced of sex. It is produced of sex desire and has no cause other than lust.
Yes. So Prabhupada says these demonic people have concluded this world as phantasmagoria. What is this phantasmagoria? It says that there is no cause or effect, no controller, no purpose of this world, and everything is unreal. They think that this entire universe has been created by chance. And they conclude the child is just a result of sexual intercourse between a man and woman, and there is no soul. It is just a body, and at the end, the body will die. That is the end of this world. So there is one world, one life, enjoy to the core. These are some of the philosophies of some religious institutions as well. So when we think it is just body, everything, always, in fact, this example I also say in my initial chapters, chapter 1, chapter 2, that as per science, the body is 99% of the body is made up of 6 elements: the oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium, and phosphorus. And another 80.85% is composed of 5 elements, which is said as potassium, sulfur, sodium, chlorine, and magnesium. So you can check Wikipedia for more information. So if our body 99.85% is made up of this 11 element, then, and there is no soul, then why every living entity looks different? Every human being looks different. Why every living entity acts different to a particular situation? What does that make? What is this different? Where is this difference coming? Yeah, for such questions, there is no answer. When you prepare anything, if 99.85% is same ingredient going into it, then it should be as similar as that, but we are all uniquely made. That is the glory of our Creator, right? But the demonic people do not believe in the hands of the Lord. Shloka 9.10. Maya dakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. Lord says, under my direction, the whole world is moving. But these demonic people do not believe in such words. They think everything is happening by chance. The demonic philosophy is world is unreal and no God is in control. No cause other than lust. And thus this world is produced of sex desire. This is the belief of these demonic people.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
In yesterday Bhagavatam class, we are reading that by discovering the theory of uncertainty, modern scientists have checked their working mind. They have stopped, their brain has stopped working there itself.
Your voice was
This
little feeble
line,
and
this
some network was getting cut, Prabhu. Can you please repeat? The modern scientist?
by discovering theory of uncertainty, modern scientists have checked their brain. Their brain has stopped
working. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Right, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Shanti Sudesh Mataji, can you please read the sloka for us?
Yes, Prabhu. Etam drishtim avastabhya nashtat mano alpabuddhayaha prabhavantyugrakarmana kshayaya jagato ahitaha.
Yes, thank you. And one of the Prabhu who wanted to read the translation last sloka, who was that?
Yeah. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please.
Following such conclusions, the demonic who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
So this is exactly what the point Shivakumar Prabhu was telling previously. The advancement, what the so-called philosophers, scientists, what they are doing, thinking they are advancing, is actually destructing the world, right? Such people are thinking they are advancing, but Lord clearly says such people are foolish. Yeah, the attitude, demonic attitude and engagements. The attitude is the demonic are lost to themselves, checked their intelligence, what Shivkumar Prabhu said. So they have lost their intelligence. They are in illusion because they think they are advancing, but they are moving towards destruction. And what are their engagements? Engagements are all ugra karma. It is only leading to pain, putting them into horrible situation and destructive acts. So Prabhupada says, one of the invention of nuclear weapon is for the destruction of the world than protection of the world. So we will end by taking the last sloka. So who is to recite this sloka?
May I, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Kamam asrita duspurapuram dambha mana madanvita mohad
गृहीतवत्वसद्ग्रहन् प्रवर्तन्ते शुचिव्रतः. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Any volunteers for reading last translation? Anybody
Shall
can
I?
do that? Go ahead, Mataji.
The demonic taking shelter on insatiable lust, pride, and false prestige, and being thus illusioned, are always sworn to unclean work attached by the impermanent. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So here, one thing we understand from the purpose of Srila Prabhupada is that demons' lust, whatever lust they have, is never satisfied. They go on increasing and increasing. It is like adding fuel to the fire. This is one very prominent example Prabhupada says. Can you douse the fire by adding fuel? Many times we also go through such a situation where some sense-enjoying enticements are in front of us. We think that, okay, let me have this once. But more we engage in such engagements, it will only increase. It will never decrease. This knowledge we need to be very clear. As a result of engaging in such material enjoying propensities, what is the result? They're always in anxiety, right? We can see somebody who is into illicit relationships, somebody is in gambling, meat eating, or intoxication. They're always in stressful situation. They're always in anxiety of future. Irrespective, even by the scriptures, the people who are engaging in such thing, they have to go through a hellish situation, hellish planets, hellish punishments. So they have to go through. So they will have to be there in such anxiety. And they have no knowledge and don't know what to do and which way they are heading. They are all heading in a wrong way. All the results are only leading to more entanglements into sense enjoyment and material attachment, accumulation of wealth, struggling, striving hard for name, fame, positions. The word Asuchi Vrata is important here. Asuchi Vrata, unclean vows, is significant. Such demonic people are always attracted for women and wine and meat eating. Although the biggest illusion is, though they are gliding towards hell, they consider themselves as more advanced. This is the illusion of Maya, how they are pushing them deep into this entanglement. So they are all, the mentality is attracted by impermanent things, insatiable lust, they are illusioned, as said, and absorbed in conceit of false pride and prestige. So these are some of the qualities of demonic people. So we will stop here and we will continue. It is a very short chapter. It is about 24 slokas. So next chapter we will try to close this. Hope all of you have submitted your OBAs and I need to hear from the BV leaders on the results. So we will soon announce the result. Maybe Kalpana Mataji can announce the result in the next session. And as we complete this chapter 16, then there is one more OBA, OBA 2 for module 3. And then 18th chapter we will complete with a closed book exams. Right? So thank you for your patient listening. Any points you wish to share from the session? Any realization? We can take a couple of minutes. And
Hare
then we
Krishna
can
Prabhuji.
end this. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Prabhuji, one request. I have not submitted OBA 1 Prabhuji module 3. Today I will submit Prabhuji, please. I form.
Yeah, please submit Mataji. Always appreciate if it is submitted within time. Sufficient time is being given. OBA generally take not more than 2 to 3 hours maximum. That is my experience. And we are giving at least 2-3 weeks time prior advance. So most of us what they do is they keep it to the last minute, and the last day there will be some unforeseen situations where we will sleep.
Fan up.
Okay, so request all to adhere to the timelines given so that we can progress collectively. Right? Thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhasya cha kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, गुरु परंपरा की जय, षड गोस्वामी की जय. All glories to our assembled devotees. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare